What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review, and one player is absolutely destroying NA ladder right now. This is Broseph, rank 1 North America, Emerald 2, 81 LP, and you can see just really easily, only 27 games played. A lot of these other players, 40 games, 39 games played. I mean, it's, that's a 50% increase basically in games played, and Broseph is still higher than them. And the reason why, if you look at the stats here, is pretty clear. 51.9% win rate, not top 4 rate, 51.9% first rate. That is disgusting in TFT. If you were going first more than half of the games of TFT that you play, you can see everybody else here sitting. I mean, 31% from Kuhn is great. 28% from Digital. These are great numbers. Soju actually more of a top 4 player looks like, but still great numbers from these other players. But 52%, I mean, this is ludicrous. You look at his last 20, it's 2.6 AVP, 9 wins there. So you see that basically the 50% right there. And the other crazy thing to point out is look at his units in his last 20 and his traits as well. 20 out of his last 20 Nico, 18 out of his last 20 Koboko and Annie, 17 out of his last 20 Yumi and Echo, and 18 out of his last 20 he's playing Strategist, 18 out of his last 20 is playing Street Demon. In case you want to visualize that, that is, wow, how did I even get here actually? Take me back to the match history. That is this comp every single game without fail. He's not trying to play some kind of reroll line. He's not trying to play anything else. He is playing Fast 9 AMP Strategist every single game. Actually, look, he's got 1 game in there of Executioners. There you go. So 19 out of his last 20. So I thought, look, we have to VOD review Broseph. He is using this strategy to absolutely destroy ladder. The other thing is Broseph wrote a fantastic guide on Twitter to this entire comp. It is insanely in-depth. He talks about everything. He talks about his econ. He talks about, making 10 early. He talks about the board. He talks about itemization. He talks about units to fit in. Really interesting that, he talks about just never playing Garen or Zach, just because I'm going to give Broseph a follow, actually. I hadn't followed him yet, but I'll definitely give Broseph a follow here, and I'll have this tweet in the description down below. You guys can go follow him, and I'll also have his other stuff in the description down below. But yeah, he talks about augments, everything. So I thought, okay, let's watch a game of Broseph playing. I mean, any game that you watch is going to be Broseph playing this comp, so it's not too crazy to say that we're going to watch Broseph and he's going to be playing this comp. But yeah, I just want to watch the master at work, honestly, because, I mean, everybody knows that this comp is really good. I don't think, I mean, if you haven't been like super tuned into this set, I'm sure some people will be like, what is this comp? But I think a lot of people know that this comp is really good. But there's a big difference between knowing this comp is good and being able to 20 out of 20 of it, play it every single game, and get to rank 1 North America with a greater than 50% win rate. I mean, that just shows that he is optimizing everything, and doing some stuff that a lot of other players are not doing. So first thing to call out here, he's picking up all these units, but Broseph is going to do something that he does in a lot of his games here, and he's going to sell everything but the Alistar. He has this in the guide. If you have an Alistar or a Nidalee, and you put them 3rd hex from the right here, this Alistar or the Nidalee will solo creeps. So that's the first thing, is he wants this Alistar to solo creeps because this guarantees that he's going to make 10 gold here at 1-4. 10 gold at 1-4 is going to accelerate his econ and allow him to get to late game a lot faster, get to a point where he can actually roll for everything way faster than everybody else. So starts off with the Alistar here. All right. One other thing that he does here, actually, you can look at the HP over here and see, he didn't pick up this orb. This is something that people have talked about since PvE. They're probably going to take it out of the game at some point, but it's going to take until next patch. Do not pick up a green orb the second that you see it. If it's components, that's great for you, but you can see everybody else has this increased HP. This is because it's an HP orb, which means all of these other people are up to 110 HP. If you don't pick up the orb, you're not actually forced to pick up the HP, which is really good because that provides you carousel prio. If our HP just stayed as it is, we would be second pick on carousel, maybe first pick or Froden if Froden or Kevi Zhao ends up picking up the orb. This can give you free carousel priority, and we're already losing, so we're probably going to get carousel priority in that way anyway, but yeah, this is just perfect for it. All right. Now, let's look at first augment here. Risky moves, Kingslayer branching out. Broseph, obviously, if we were going fast 9, you really want to be looking at potential econ augments. You have risky moves in Kingslayer. I think risky moves is a little bit too much of a risky move when you are playing a fast 9 style strategy like this, just because, I mean, we're playing Lost Streak from this spot, and Kingslayer is actually perfect with Lost Streak, right? It gives us a gold now, but it allows you to sack a ton of time in the early game, and then once you start winning, it's really going to accelerate you. So I like Kingslayer, especially because the idea behind this comp is stabilize a lot on 8, and then you can go to fast 9. Titanic Titan is interesting. I'm curious if he cares about this at all. I imagine it'll be Kingslayer here, but maybe there's some kind of Titanic Titan idea. I don't know. He's at least thinking about it, which is interesting to me. Is he talking? I want to go back and see if he said anything. I think he's just in the tank thinking about it. Fair enough. But yeah, I mean, Titanic Titan's a little bit weird because like you do actually have this advantage that we pick up this orb here. And so, yeah. And look at this. He is just going to full open. He and Kevi Zhao are both full open, which is actually pretty bad for him because of the full open. We've had metas like this before where there's a lot of people full opening. And what Riot's done to do that, to make it so you're not incentivized to full open, is that if two people full open into each other, they both lose their loss streak. So yeah, I mean, we'll see what actually happens here. Kevi Zhao, yeah, okay. And so, I mean, we're just looking at Kevi Zhao's board and hoping that he blinks and that he doesn't full open into us, but we'll see here. We make our 20 gold here. This is the big thing for him, that you get to make 20 gold so early on in this game if you're making 10 that early. This is what making that early 10 allows you to do. So we're gonna keep sitting here. We're gonna keep full opening. We are, yeah, I mean, only us and Kevi Zhao did not pick up the orb there. Actually, no, it looks like Kevi Zhao picked it up as well because he's at 99 HP after losing. So everyone has picked up the HP orb here except for Broseph here. This means we are guaranteed to be, I don't know why I said guaranteed, but we're guaranteed to be first pick on Carousel here, which is really good news for us. So I mean, the incentive is if there's another full open player that somebody should blink and just pick up a unit and say, okay, I'll beat you and at least I'll take the win here. And yeah, Broseph does actually do that here. He just ends up picking up the Vi at the last second here. And okay, at least he gets a win here. And actually Kevi Zhao, wait, this is so sick actually. He has the Kingslayer in here. Kevi Zhao is higher HP than him. So he's gonna get a Kingslayer proc. Wow, wait, the Kingslayer actually saved us here because that is a ton of gold. Okay, so, I mean, we lose our loss streak here, but, I mean, we get our Kingslayer proc. All right, next thing to talk about is items in this comp. So we have a sword, a rod, and a cloak here. I imagine this is going to be tier off Carousel. You could look at something wild for Spat, but this is a comp that needs a lot of tiers. You're playing for this BIS on Annie, which is Shojin, Nashor's blue buff. That's 3 tiers. So you almost always ideally are taking a tier off of the first Carousel just because you need so many tiers. Rod's not bad. You need a lot of rods as well. But yeah, collect our 6 gold here, and I think you'll feel pretty good here. We also have this LeBlanc here, so we're, you know, in a world where maybe eventually we could get to playing Cypher, but, you know, we don't have it right now. And we're actually going to play strongest board now. I mean, we've already broken our loss streak. No way we're win streaking here, but at least maybe we can kill off some units. Okay, this is also something I was curious about. He slams the Shojin here. I mean, yeah, we're actually, I mean, we're fighting an AFK board, so we are going to win against. So, I mean, honestly, the Shojin slam didn't do much, but it's interesting, but I think it makes sense that he chose to make Shojin here. Dish Soap was talking about this on stream. I mean, wow, we're actually getting insane Kingslayer value because that's the loss into double Kingslayer. This is best case. Oh my God, we're making 50 here. I mean, Kingslayer, all right, it clicked. Kingslayer is broken in this meta where so many people are full opening because you can just take, you can ideally lose the first couple and then take these free wins against people and just get a random win here. Like, you have to ensure that you full open in your lowest HP, but I mean, not taking up this HP orb actually put him in an amazing spot where every single time he wins a fight, he is saving a ton of HP. Yeah, this is a wild setup, but I mean, yeah, now he's kind of incentivized to win as much as possible. But okay, so yeah, to talk about the BIS again. So you really want blue buff on Annie. The thing is, Shojin is a really nice item. I mean, it's great on Annie, but, you know, you can put it onto, like, the brand who item holds throughout a lot of the game, or, like, Zig. So, like, the Shojin is just way more flexible, I would say. And, oh my God, we get dropped tier from it. I mean, that's that part I'll tell you is high roll. That part, I'll give you that for free. Getting dropped tier from minions is amazing. I mean, we would have Carousel Prio anyway, so we'd be able to get that second tier off Carousel if we wanted it. But, I mean, just making the blue buff now seems very good for business. We have Spark as a potential slam out of this Rod. I'm curious actually where he goes with the rest of his items, because blue buff makes sense to me. He's going to pop this open here, take Chalice of Power. Yeah, I mean, this makes sense. You're playing towards a lot of AP, and yet we are going to make the Spark here. Now we have Belt plus Chain open. You want to leave the belts open for that Nashor's, though, I mean, Sunfire, not a terrible idea just to get that heal cut made. But all right, next augment here. Misconnections, lunch money. I mean, it's not going to be branching out plus because we want to hard force a line. And yeah, I mean, ooh, I mean, isn't it just restart mission when you're low gold like this? I mean, isn't this just so much gold, and it gives you a really nice board to actually allow you to proc Kingslayer? I mean, this seems amazing, right? I mean, your other option is misconnections for a little bit of econ, but yeah, I think this is perfect here. Pick up Graggist Raven. I mean, the main annoying thing is we want a blue buff holder, and I mean, I guess TF is like, I mean, not the worst one in the world, and so yeah, we can fit this in. We actually get gold and oxen as well. Gonna throw these items onto TF, and yeah, feel really, really good about it. My God, I mean, this spot looks amazing. I mean, if we ever win fights, that's giving us insane gold from the Kingslayer, and I mean, if we lose fights, it's just fine. We're delaying our Kingslayer for a little bit longer. So this is a pretty ideal situation for Broseph, and he wins this fight. Yeah, we're gonna get Kingslayer proc. We're gonna have so much gold this game. But then the next thing is I want to see, you know, what he does actually at, you know, 4-1, 4-2, when he actually decides to roll down, because that's the other piece of it, is this comp is getting way, way, way more contested. Everyone's realizing, I mean, this is the best comp in the game, but not everybody, you know, is to the point where they're playing exactly like Broseph, you know, full open and stuff like this. But everybody realizes that this is the best comp in the game, and so they're searching for the ability to play this comp. They're trying to do it under all circumstances. And so when you are in a spot like this where this comp is super, super contested, you really have to think about, okay, how am I getting there ahead of other people? There's Brand on Carousel. We do have Nashers if we want it. Yeah, okay, we're just going to pick up the Nashers here. We have so much gold that, like, who really cares about the units? And we have a ton of HP as well, 74, and we still don't have the orb open yet, right? It's like, my God, this spot is actually just completely illegal, I will say. I almost wish I'd picked a less high roll game, but I mean, yeah, I love picking the high roll games because that causes you guys to yap about it. And you're like, this game was so high roll. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, but also it shows off a lot of really cool stuff, like the item priority, like the soloing, the minion round with the Alistar stuff. And then I'm really excited to see his, you know, stage 4, stage 5 type stuff that he's doing positioning wise, stuff that he's doing on his roll down. He talks about in his guide Gragas being a great kind of like placeholder for the Kobuko, which makes a lot of sense. He's just a very good bruiser that you can play on your board, so that's a nice idea as well. And we pick up another win here against Dish Soap. Oh my God, how much gold is Kingslayer has been like a prismatic augment this game. It's given us like 30 gold at least. Like we actually got prismatic value out of this silver, but I mean, just goes to show the power of Kingslayer, especially in a spot like this where people don't pick up their HP orbs, which if other people had not picked up the HP orb, it would have denied Broseph so much stuff, but everyone else just picked up the orb. I mean, just people being like kind of lazy. I'm surprised actually. This is a stacked lobby. Obviously got Dish Soap in it. We got Frodo in here, Kevy Joe. Like, this is a stacked lobby, and I'm a little max second strong player as well. I don't know some of these names like Daydreaming. I feel like I've seen that name once, but like not so much. We finally ended up getting the orb. I think that's when we traveled, we picked up the orb. It's a little bit awkward because sometimes when you come back, it procs the orb. I think the way to do that is, oh my God, and look at this. Okay. So orb optimization, I know if you walk up to the top left here and then you jump into the portal, like the orb is not getting eaten. Dishop was talking about like self-traveling back. Like I guess the idea is like you go sit on your board so that you don't like fly through the portal and travel is I guess the idea. I don't know exactly how well that works. Maybe someone in the comments has a super tech on the orbs and stuff like that. But look at this. Look at this. This is a 3-7 roll down. Broseph talks about this in the guide. He says this comp's becoming more contested. There's a lot of people who want to go, you know, fast 8. So if you're rich enough, you can roll on 3-7 because this means all of these units are not going to be taken out of the pool, right? So you have much higher odds of seeing everything if you roll on 3-7 instead. And yeah, we roll a lot here. We already pick up a Brand plus an Annie here. I wonder, does he think this is stable actually with the Gragas 2 and everything? Like, does he actually think this is enough? I mean, the only thing I'm a little bit scared of here, I mean, there's not much to be scared of. Okay, there's another Brand. I mean, okay, so he is going to keep rolling here. And Brand 2, I mean, oh my God. Okay, he gets it again. All right. Broseph getting a little bit crazy with it. He skips the Brand on accident. Wow. Okay. But we continue to roll down there. He stabilizes really, really hard, actually. Huh. I mean, I'm actually surprised he stabilized this hard. But I mean, I guess it makes sense when you're pushing levels this hard and this early. Going to make the Guard Breaker. Shojin going to go over there, actually, and just going to make the Guard Breaker JG Shojin. This is basically BIS onto this Brand unit. It is so good. It's going to stabilize us really hard, and we can actually move a lot of these items over. Wow, this itemization is actually perfect because the Shojin's eventually going to move over to the Annie, and then the JG Guardbreaker can just go onto Viego later. But yeah, I'm pretty blown away by how hard he rolled down here, just because I think normally you can kind of get away with some other stuff. I mean, oh, okay, he skips Blue Battery. This is something I was quite curious about. I know some people rate Blue Battery quite highly. The times I've seen people take it, it's been not that amazing. I mean, he's looking at the Call to Chaos instead. And yeah, ooh, Axiomark as well is kind of crazy. But yeah, he's just going to take the Call to Chaos and say, you know what, I'm just going to look for, you know, Econ can push me levels, XP can help me push. Gets a bunch of anvils here. We do have a Reforger, so we can definitely reforge some of this stuff. Yeah, reforge into, we have, honestly, yeah, just triple reforge these guys again. He's looking at reforging bow. Oh my God, Strategist is not bad. I mean, amazing, obviously. The Ox Force, or the Golden Ox as it's called, the Bruiser is really good. I mean, these are some nice ones. The only thing that we're probably not going to get to use is Vanguard, but I think you can feel pretty good if you're Broseph in this spot. We basically just got, I mean, a super prismatic. This is crazy. Actually, we just got 4 usable anvils, and like, okay, you don't have the 5th one, but I mean, yeah, the interesting like learning. I mean, obviously this is a bit high roll, but the interesting kind of like learning takeaway, I would say, from this stage 4 was the fact that yeah, he rolled so deep actually on 3-7, and I mean, the idea is that you want to hit these units before everybody else. These are really contested units, and I mean, we're in a spot where we have this much HP. We have an augment that wants us to win streak, and we might as well just roll deep there, find our important upgrades, and then, you know, start to push levels from here. I mean, we're 84 HP. We're getting no value out of our Kingslayer, but I don't think Broseph will be too upset about that. And then the next part is, all right, we go 9. How do we cap out the board? Especially with all these anvils or the emblems are going to make the game a little bit interesting, actually, as far as how we want to cap out. But yeah, we'll see here. Still have the bow open, so this does allow us to make red buff if we want it. That's Annie 2 here. Here's the other piece. So we pick up Zach in shop. Broseph on his guide says, you don't play Zach and you don't play Garen on this board. Zach, he says, is just not really tanky enough. Garen, he says, is not really tanky at all. And you don't really have the open slots to usually play Garen. Now, I'm sure there's games where he does play Garen. It's probably not a never type situation. But the main reason why you don't play these units is just because there's no open slots on this board. If you look at the kind of ideal version of this board, the only unit that you could maybe think about cutting is the Mordekaiser, but then you lose out on Techie and Bruiser onto your 2 most important units, who eventually are going to be Viego, and it's going to be Koboko. Those are some of your most important units. So losing those stats is just like nothing. Also, Broseph is just losing his mind looking around his board. He's like, I hit this, I hit this, I hit this. Like, the spot is illegal, actually, like absolutely illegal. Like I said, I almost wish I picked a less high roll game, but I mean, the high roll games are fun to watch. Why not? All right. And the next piece is, when do we go 9? I mean, at this point, you're looking at a 5-2. He's so rich here. We're getting no gold from our Kingslayer at this point, but I don't think he can be too upset about that. I think we're going to be just okay here. But yeah, I mean, we're almost, I mean, he could even 5-1 it, I guess. I imagine it's a 5-2 just because you have a lot of stuff that you're looking for. I mean, he could 5-1 it if he wants to go ahead. Oh my God. Okay. I mean, everyone's going to have a lot of gold. This is actually low key, this is low roll for us, but maybe that's an illegal thing for me to say. All right, he's going to start moving some items around. He's going to move items around before we actually find everything. And the idea is, oh, this is quite smart. So Ziggs, I mean, is a decent spreader of red buff. He wants to move the triple bis over to Annie. And the idea is, you know, we used to remove her. We only have 1 left, but it's fine because this brand is just going to become Viego. It's all 3 of these brand items are just going to go sit on the Viego. So it's really not a big issue if we, wait a minute. Oh my God. That's the idea. Why roll on 9 when you could roll on 10? We're going to go fast 10. Oh my God, yeah, and he just pre-pumps all that gold. The other important thing is he's pre-pumping that gold for the golden ox value. You want to make sure that you're pre-pumping gold to get those kind of breakpoints for golden ox. This is something that's really easy to miss, but it's extra damage, especially, you know, it's onto your Annie, and eventually your Viego is the really big thing. So it's free damage amp for your board if you just pre-pump there. I mean, here we paid like 1 gold for it, but you'd absolutely pay 1 gold for the ability to get some extra damage amp onto your units, especially with the spat here. There's Kobuko. That is definitely going to get fit in here over the Gragas. This is cool as well. This is a cool idea that we're just going to play the Dr. Mundo as our +1 so we can fit Street Demon in on this board. Just Mundo as a kind of hilarious, just 1 cost sitting on the board here, but filling out the traits beautifully. And yeah, I mean, we're looking at a level 9 next round, and then we can fit everything onto this board. I mean, the spot is, I mean, it's beyond insane. I will say it is beyond insane. 84 HP and win streaking. All you have to do is go level 10 here. Did I say 9 last round? Level 10 here. Ooh, I mean, you could take another Street Demon emblem that would allow you to play something better than this Shmundo on this board, or maybe there's some kind of idea of playing other stuff. But yeah, I think you can take this. I mean, the only downside is you actually do really want items onto other units, but I mean, this is not a bad item, I guess, at the end of the day. All right, pick up the Viego here. Viego's coming in. We have the Street Demon emblem, and how do we actually fit everything here? Because I mean, we want to fit Samira on this board, which normally you would just play over this brand here. You don't care about the techie, and yeah, you just get Samira in. And I mean, you almost want to play 7 Street Demon, but the only, what would you do? You would cut, you can't ever cut Ziggs on this board. You can't really, I mean, the only open slot I feel like is Yumi, but like Yumi's traits are too good to cut as well. So maybe just play 6 Street Demon. You don't worry about the 7 that much. All right, pick up this here. Oh, we're going to play it. Oh, is that the idea? Just cut. Oh yeah, you can actually just cut Viego on this board. Oh, I wonder if he actually is going to cut Viego, because Viego's such a good unit. Yeah, I didn't even think about the fact that you could just cut Viego. But I mean, the synergies work, right? You still have your techie, dude. And you also have Golden Ox from the spat. The only downside is Viego's a fantastic unit. But I mean, honestly, traits are pretty good in TFT. Maybe the traits are good enough that we actually can just fit that we can cut Viego. Honestly, like what you really want here is like is to go level 11 so that we could fit in like even just Viego as a good unit. But yeah, I mean, honestly, this is probably just going to be the board. Okay, so this is a cool version of it. So you get a little bit of creativity there where we cut the Viego and just end up playing 7 Street Demon here. And yeah, I mean, at this point, we're going to roll down here. I mean, I think, oh, Zyra? I mean, he's looking for the 10 Street Demon. Let's, I mean, wait, we're missing Jinx and Rengar here. I mean, honestly, like, you don't even really need it. But all right. Well, I mean, we're going to go for it because, I mean, why not, right? I'm pretty sure we could win the game without 10 Street Demon. But, I mean, if you can win it with 10 Street Demon, I think that's probably fine as well. I forgot that 10 Street Demon is one of these ones where you just need 2 spats to get there. But to be fair, I did get that in playtest. And then I lost with 10 Street Demon because playtest. I mean, wouldn't it be way more cool to hit a 3-star 5 cost, Broseph? I mean, we'll see what we go. I mean, we're almost there. Oh my God, we're 2 Samiras off Samira 3. And is anybody holding any? I don't think so. So he's thinking about rolling this. Oh, sell these brands, man. Who cares about brand 3? Nobody cares about brand 3, man. Like, all we care about here is the Samira 3 in this spot, man. That's what matters. The other stuff, who cares? The 10 Street Demon is bedge compared to the Samira 3. So we'll see. He's putting Jinx into planner. Man, no, don't put Jinx into planner. Look for the, oh my God. I mean, this at least stabilizes your board on less gold. So it actually makes it like, this gives us more gold to go for 10 Street Demon. Actually has to move item off Annie because, you know, we need this. No, they FF'd. What? Oh my God. Well, I mean, what a game. I mean, this was obviously a high roll game from Broseph. I won't say that it's not. And so please comment down. But look, it juices up the engagement, I guess, if you flame for being high roll. But I think Broseph showed a lot of really, really cool stuff this game. I really liked a lot of his augment choices. I really thought the idea behind, I mean, the idea behind making your first 10 and like full opening is obviously really smart as well. His level 8 roll down I thought was really cool. And then, you know, fitting the brand and that kind of stuff in at the end there was very sick as well. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitch, my Metafy, all my other links down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.